What's up, here's Good Squad. Welcome back to another video from Seoul, South Korea.
Today we are going to take you on an epic South Korean food tour. Let's eat.
We stumbled upon this cart that's selling some sort of a bread. I have no idea what it is. It smells really good. It's only 1,000 won. It definitely smells like cinnamon. But she's rolling this fine dough out that she makes by hand, and then she's putting it in these cast iron things and flipping incessantly. And then she taps them on a stick to let them release from the pan. I'm gonna see if I can translate. Maybe this is a breakfast food, but I'm gonna see if I can translate and see what the heck I am about to eat for breakfast. So it translated to rice cake taste. I don't know if that's the name of the stand or the name of what I'm about to eat, but it is made in the traditional fashion and it is not greasy. I garnered all that from this sign here. Oh my gosh, I love this. It is like a super thin layered bread and it's cinnamon and sugar in there. It kind of reminds me of the flavor of when I used to eat like cinnamon sugar toast as a kid, but much finer with like a crispy, crackery pita. It's definitely, there's like butter or some sort of fat in there. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Oh, delicious. There's like just a little bit of butter inside. So much cinnamon flavor. All right, now I know why there was a line.
That's
80
cool.
cents, great little snack. I love it.
What's the name of this?
계란빵.
Ppang?
계란빵. 계란 egg 빵 bread.
Okay.
계란빵.
Ppang. Nowhere close.
So this is like the 10th stall that we've seen this on. It's like egg bread, and then this guy had the cheese option as well. I have no idea what it is. He said it's called Ppang. So I think there's like an egg cracked in the bread and then covered in cheese. There was also a bacon option or just the egg no cheese option. It smells like cheese bread, so it's gotta be good, right? The people were so nice too. It was 2,500 won. There's like no napkins here at all of the food stalls, which is interesting. Everything here comes like in a little carrying thing. We've seen a lot of things served in cups, and then there's a lot of like cardboard pieces that get served in. So this one comes in a cup. It's like breakfast. It's like a quiche egg on a not too sweet bun with cheese on top. The cheese is really subtle. It gives it a nice little salty flavor to counteract the sweet bun.
The scorched cheese on the outside is really good. Yeah, that's like a breakfast snack for sure. There's so many street vendors, it totally reminds me of Mexico. Like, I honestly haven't seen this amount of like street vendors just on random like side streets like this, like since Mexico.
What is that?
Sample. I have no idea. She's making it and like cracking it to order. It looks so good. She's like packaging it for everyone. This one looks like a papauli probably. Like puffed cream. And then this is my deal. This looks like just like a honey granola type of thing. So interesting. It's so sticky. Like it's stuck.
Is it chickpea?
I have no idea. Yeah, it's like puffy something. We are wandering around the Ikseon-Dong Hotteok village, and it is an absolute crazy scene. There's like thousands of dessert places, and they look like ancient Korean village shops.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful, and it's packed on a Saturday. We are queuing up for what?
Salt bread.
Salt bread.
This is called Zahak Salt Bond, and the outside is so cute. I think we're just gonna get one, but I don't know, once we get in there, I might change your mind.
They're like literally like hand rolling them and baking them, so they're coming out fresh every single couple seconds.
I got a cheese olive and a soft salt bread. Ooh, whoa. This is the soft salt bread. Oh my god, the saltiest croissant I've ever had. Oh my god, so good. It's like a doughy croissant instead of a flaky croissant with so much butter flavor, like movie theater butter and movie theater salt. It's just a butter salt bomb. It's amazing. It's so good.
It does smell like a Pillsbury dough ball.
Yeah.
Whoa! Salt bread. So this like buttery flake on the bottom is my favorite part. The salt flecks are really nice. It's not too salty though. It's like the perfect amount of saltiness, but this is like a butter bomb. It's crazy good. Oh my god, I want this with every meal ever.
Yeah.
It's so squishy and soft.
The first one was a soft salt bread. There was the option to get a hard one as well, so I don't know if it's just cooked a little bit longer. The second one we got was cheese and olive, and it feels a little bit firmer. It's not as fresh. These ones just came out of the oven, and these ones had been sitting there a little bit. They're so big. Put it
I don't
next
know
to your
what to
head.
do. It's enormous, right?
Huge,
It's
yeah.
pretty big. Whoa, there's even cheese on the inside. This is really good. Oh, the olive flavor is so pronounced. The crispy bits of cheese snap off. It's not as salty as the other one. The black olive flavor is really good. This is bomb, but that regular salt bread is better. This is great though.
I do wonder what the sweet ones would have tasted like, because that saltiness with the sweetness would have been so good. There were so many options in there too. And we're here late in the day. I'm pretty sure that there's probably even more options in the morning.
I would totally recommend coming to this area. There's so many different shops. There's also like barbecue spots. There's places to do shabu. It's an absolute crazy place. It's one of the coolest places I've ever walked around. It's so neat here.
And we're here on a Saturday and it's busy, but it's not like overwhelming busy. This place is so cute. It's called Cafe High Waist, and it says that not a day goes by that I don't enjoy the things I love. A hot coffee, a warm scone, and a stylish high waist.
We were walking by and we looked inside the window and there was this amazing looking thing with a bunch of like what we thought was garlic butter, but it turns out it's basil. It looks phenomenal, so we're gonna get down on this thing.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. It's so basil-y, pesto-y. You get like a little bit of the sun-dried tomato flavor as well. This is like the nicest tasting cream cheese ever. This is definitely like a sweet cornbread, so it goes really well with the salty cheese. I think it's cream cheese. I can't really tell, but it's delicious.
The pesto flavor is so good and so fresh. Sun-dried tomatoes are amazing. It's actually stuffed full of veg, which is so nice. And the scone, it actually reminds me more of like what we would call a biscuit back home.
Yeah.
Like it's super buttery and like crumbly.
It's like a cornbread biscuit.
But you could put this cream cheese in anything and I would eat it. Dude, Seoul is quickly moving up my list of favorite cities in the world. This place is absolutely incredible. It's like super modern, and it also has like the most amazing street food scene of any of the places that we visited recently. The people have been super friendly and good to us. Everything is super efficient. I cannot believe how much I love it here. I thought that we were gonna have like a big downgrade when we left Tokyo because we were obsessed when we were in Japan. But Seoul is right on that level. I cannot believe how much we are falling in love with this awesome city. We went to a famous toast spot called Isaac Toast. We got one just plain ham, egg, and cheese, and the other one is called a bacon special, and it looks like it comes with some cabbage, some sauce, some lightly cooked bacon. The toast is really nicely cooked.
Look at the butter.
You know what? I think it's honey butter too.
I'm excited. I am trying the ham, egg, and cheese first. It's pretty simple and pretty thin. There's corn in the egg.
What?
There's corn in the egg. It has such a sweet corn taste.
Whoa, that's different.
Whoa, weird.
Oh, you can see one.
This egg piece is so thin. I was not expecting there to be anything inside of it. Weird, good, weird.
This is bomb. Whoa, it's really sweet. Whoa.
The bread is so good.
The lettuce is a good compliment, and the bacon is fatty. This is really good. I think this is their top seller, and I can see why. This place was 100% worth the hype. 100%. They say that during the morning, lines can be really long, but Isaac Toast is worth the wait. So this next spot is Myongdong Hot Dog, and it's actually surprising. We didn't find as many corn dog spots in Korea as we thought we would, so this is actually pretty rare. It's very common to find them in the States these days, and I'm so excited to try it.
This spot is so busy. It's Saturday night and they have a ton of people waiting, and they're boxing up a ton of to-go orders. There are multiple locations of this shop around Seoul. They make every corn dog fresh to order. You order on the kiosk and you can customize your dog with batter, sugar, toppings, and sauces. I kind of expected the inside to smell like funnel cake, but it smells more like a bread shop. And it's just a cute little two-person team back there banging out all these hot dogs. So many freaking hot dogs.
It's been a little while. Still waiting on our hot dog.
Yeah, it's been like 25 minutes. It's a super long wait.
So we got a combo which comes with half mozzarella cheese and half sausage. We also got a potato crusted one, so there's fried potato bits, and we asked ours to be topped with sugar, which is pretty much mandatory when you're getting one of these. If you haven't seen our Seattle video, there's plenty of places to get these in the States, and they're a must-eat for sure. They allow you to add the sauces as you'd like, and we decided just some mustard, and then I got something called very spicy.
I love the cheese. The batter is so different than what I have had before. The cheese is great though. So when we were in Seattle, the one that had like a corn dog, crust on it. This one, the batter is way different. There's like the chunks of potatoes that they roll it in, but I'm not quite sure what this batter is. It's like a bread rather than like a corn dog like you would normally get. I can't place it, but it's good. It's just very different than what we have in the States. I hate to be a hater, but this sausage is not good. I definitely say stick to the cheese stuffed only if you're gonna come here. I think this is something that America has a one-up on in Korea, is that we have perfected the fair food. I like these much, much better in America.
We are beneath the Lotte department store and we stopped for some quick kimchi dumplings at Seoul Mandu. This place is absolutely buzzing. It's crazy. It's just before lunchtime. There's everything here. They have kimchi restaurants, shabu shabu, Japanese spots. There's like a little bit for everything. We were just craving a little snack, so we're gonna try our hand at some dumplings. So this first guy is a kimchi oven baked dumpling. Looks like a fried dough. Bottom looks nice and crispy, and there should be some sort of kimchi in there. They gave us a little sauce to go with it. It's actually heavy, so I'm interested to see what's inside. Ah, it almost tastes like tofu. Oh, that's so good. The kimchi is really spicy, and it's sour and snappy, and the dough on there is really thick. It's almost like a baked bun.
And the sauce is like soy sauce vinegar, which is always good on dumplings. Tofu for sure. The kimchi flavor is really, really good. I like the outside too. Oh, it's spicy. This is great. It costs $3, so like $1.50 a dumpling.
And then we got this enormous dumpling, which is like the size of a human head. It's kind of flat, and we got a meat filling. So I'm interested to see what else is inside that guy.
The skin is really like kind of thick, but like in a good way. And the greens inside are so bitter and nice. There's a lot of black pepper flavor. It's a meat dumpling. I don't know what kind of meat, but it's great. There's like onions, bitter greens, and I love the vinegar on it. The dumpling on the bottom side is really thin and nice, but on the top side where it like bakes together, it's like thick and crunchy kind of. This is great.
It's
Both
so
of these really
big.
good.
I feel like in America, the department store is a dying breed. But in Asia, it's doing very well, and I think it's all because they just serve amazing food in their basements. Like, that is enough to sustain any business model.
We were walking by and we saw this huge plate of meat and veg. We got here and she gave me an English menu, and it's only like $10 each, so we're gonna freaking eat more. Why not?
So we were seated for less than 1 second. The second we ordered, the person from behind the counter hooked us up with noodles and our plates came. It actually looks like really high quality meat. I'm so excited. Such a good hodgepodge, and this hot pot is just bubbling away. And then Alyssa got a little gochujang on the side. Into the pot. Whoa, what do we have? There's some tofu, that's one of my favorites. I like to start with the stuff that takes a little bit longer and can flavor the broth. Looks like there's some bean sprouts, some bok choy. Oh, there's pumpkin. Let's get this guy going. The stuff is all cut pretty thin, so it shouldn't take very long to cook.
It's also like an array of sauces. Sesame is always a win. The vegetables have been going for a minute, so I think it's nice and seasoned. Let's dip some meat in there.
I feel like tofu is such an underutilized ingredient. This one is just like pillowy soft, and the tofu is great for hot pots because it just soaks up all that broth flavor.
Yeah.
All right, this piping hot tofu looks like a one-biter to me. It's so chewy and soft, and it fills up with that broth. It's almost like a xiaolong bao, like a soup dumpling. My first meat going in. How long does it take? Like a second?
I just put it in and stir it around.
I like that broth. It's like lightly sweet. That's gonna be good for me. How long was that? Put me on the timer. Hit it with a little bit of that sauce.
Good, right?
The meat's really high quality. Wow. I like this because there's no wrong way to eat it. Like, you just do it however you want. Like, it's a fun activity, although it can be a little stressful. When your broth starts to thin, you can kind of grab some of this and fill it up a little. Then we'll turn the heat up a little, and this will start to bubble away. But the longer you allow it to cook things, the better the broth flavor will be.
The noodles, when it soaks up all of the broth at the end, is my favorite part. And now I have a little beef noodle soup. with all of the flavors from all of those vegetables.
So I do the same thing, except I reserve a little bit of my meat and some veg, and then I'll add my noodles, cook that, and then I'll have a little beef bowl in the end. Last, before I mix my newts, this broth is all thickened up because of those noodles. The starch from those release. So I'll add a couple spoonfuls of that guy. And then I always use the leftover sauce from the dipping. This is my reward for cooking my own meal. Make sure to come to the basement of this department store and get some shabu shabu. There's something for everyone down here.
He wants to pick this up and drink it, and he can't. It's too hot.
10 out of 10 would recommend this place. And it's actually budget friendly, which is crazy. So just as quick as you get up, someone's taking your seat. I think that we got there right at opening time. Fantastic. I'm so happy right now.
So this food court is like super efficient. They have all of the plates set and ready to go. And then when you order, they put the food on it so that you can get in and out as quickly as possible. As you saw, like we just finished our food and someone immediately sat down right away. It's crazy how quick and efficient it is.
And it's really great because right upstairs is a department store. So if you outgrow your pants, you can just walk upstairs and get a new pair.
We're in the Shinsegae food market, and it's kind of like a little bit nicer of a food market on B1 of this huge, gigantic mall. It's a little bit different than the ones in Japan. It's a little bit nicer, and it's meant to be like sat and eaten there, whereas Japan's meant to be kind of like grab and go. There's a ton of choices. Nothing's in English, so we're just kind of like looking at the pictures. The food looks amazing though, and it smells so good in here. There's tons of different things. There's pho, there's American Chinese, there's burgers, there's dessert, there's this gigantic cutlet that look amazing. So we're gonna wander around, see if we can afford anything. It's about noon, so I think that we missed like the main lunch rush, but it's still pretty busy in here. It is connected to a subway on like all four corners of it though, so people are like running through and around.
This inari spot behind me looks really good. It's one of my favorite go-to snacks in a place like this. So if you've never had one of these bad boys before, it's called an inari, and it's kind of like a sushi, but they have different sorts of toppings. I decided to get a beef one because I love that teriyaki flavor with the rice. And then this outside wrapper is just tofu skin, and it's one of my favorite parts of the tofu because it's soft and chewy and just pulls away. And it's not that flavorful, but it adds like a little bit of weediness to it with the sweet rice and that like grilled beef. This is one of my favorite snacks, and I think that this is just a Korean variation of it. One thing that's different is it's like a seasoned rice. A lot of times it'll be like just a sushi rice. I like that there's seaweed and stuff mixed inside of it. It gives it a different flavor. The wrapper is like perfectly chewy, and the beef has a ton of flavor. You can tell it's marinated, grilled. So this is like a great snack, and I think it was like $2.50.
I went to the dumpling stall and I got a green pepper roll dumpling, a kimchi dumpling, and Brandon at the last minute threw in a pork and shrimp dumpling. All right, I'm going pepper. We start at this end. It looks so intimidating with all the...
I don't think it's a very hot pepper. It's probably like an Anaheim chili.
Oh, it's spicy. It's like a Asian flavor with a Mexican spice. The spiciness home.
That is a very Mexican smell to me.
I think it's like an onion pork fish cake or something inside. Oh, look. It's spicy juice.
Oh, yes. That's just flavoring the other dumplings. That's perfect.
Gosh, I love peppers.
You vastly undersold how delicious this thing is. That pop of the fresh pepper is like something that I think that every dumpling should have. And that filling is so flavorful and so juicy. It's a spicy meat filling. That is incredible. I think in my world, this is a perfect dumpling. What was this called? Spicy shrimp?
Spicy shrimp and pork.
Spicy shrimp and pork. I picked this one out because I love the little tail sticking out. It looks like a little fish. Oh, okay.
Similar filling?
I think that there's not too much that separates these, apart from one is a chili and one is a shrimp. The wrapper at this place is absolutely like crispy and light and so thin. It is really good. I like the shrimp. The shrimp is super sweet, so it complements the spice of that pork filling really, really well.
So these ones are always gigantic like this here in Korea, and when you eat them in a restaurant, you get scissors and cut them in half. But since we're eating it kind of like a grab and go, you just take the whole dumpling down.
One bite it.
Yeah. I don't know what they're putting in it. Their spice flavor is so good. It's spicy kimchi. And you can see that there's like little red flakes in it. That's the same spice in all three of the dumplings that we got. It's freaking amazing. The spice level is so good. It's not too spicy either. This kimchi is bomb. I think it's actually kimchi and pork as well.
Oh, thank goodness.
Or soy or something. Whatever they're using to fill is great. I don't know what I'm eating, but it's freaking amazing.
Now I went to the place right next to hers and I got 2 meat skewers for 6,000 won. One thing that was weird is she warmed this one up on the grill, and this one she just gave to me cold. This is a chicken meatball, and then chicken with spring onion. These are just like glisteningly sticky. This is the main event. Looks like a chicken thigh with some huge chunks of grilled leek in there. I'm gonna see if I can not hurt myself and get a bite of that onion and chicken.
Maybe go sideways, maybe.
It is the perfect yakitori sauce on there. The chicken is perfectly tender, still juicy, even though she had made them and then put them back on the grill. The skin is still on the chicken, which adds a nice like fatty bit to it. And the green onion is like just a perfect complement to chicken. The sauce is the shining star here for sure. You have got to try this.
This is great. I wish it was twice the size.
This is a great meatball. I do wish that I had it warmed up, but this is a fantastic chicken meatball. It's 100% chicken in there. I don't even know if there's any filling at all, and it tastes meaty, like a normal piece of like chicken breast. Like a lot of times you'll get like squishy or like fish cake textured meatballs, but this is like 100% chicken. The sauce is a little bit sweeter than the other one and not quite as salty, but it isn't as lacquery as you would expect. It's like such a good compliment because those meatballs are so big and meaty, like they look maybe over sauced, but they're absolutely not. This is an awesome on-the-go snack. So with all this stuff on this spread and the inari, our total comes to about $10 US. So this is like pretty cheap eats. This place is one of the bigger halls like this we've seen. It's super nice. The prices are actually pretty decent though, and it looks like every single stall you get something super quality. We struck gold here. Everything that we ate was absolutely amazing, and we totally recommend you come on your trip to Seoul.
Must do in Seoul is the Myeongdong Night Market. It pops up every night from 4 to 10 p.m. and there are tons of food vendors.
I've seen these fish cakes on a stick ever since we got here in Seoul, so I think now is the time to try them. They look absolutely delicious. Not every vendor has them on the spicy variety, so I'm going to try and get a spicy one. I have no idea how much they cost or really what they are, but let's find out together. So I guess you just roll up and you grab a cup. A lot of times this is called odeng, but this one is a spicy variation, and this is just like a huge fish cake. I'm so excited to give this a try. This is one of the most interesting things I've ever seen. Oh man, it's good. It's got like that soy flavor to it, almost like a miso. It's spongy and chewy, and it's so warm. That broth is piping hot, and it's served with like chilies. It is actually really spicy. Oh man, I can see why everyone's queuing up for these things. This is pretty good. This broth is really spicy. Just dip that fish cake in there. There's some spring onions and chili, but it's got like almost like a chicken kind of broth flavor to it. It's really good.
There's a lot of choices here. This is like more expensive though. We've been to a few of these night markets and this one's a little bit more expensive. So it may be a little bit overpriced and touristy, but we call this a must-do when you visit Seoul. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so that you can see food that you won't find in guidebooks all around the world.